we understand that women get their state. And when I say state, it's like the state they're in from outside themselves. So what they're doing is they're going out to nightclubs hoping that not only a lot of guys will check them out, but that they'll meet a guy who's entertaining, a guy who elicits emotions in them. What she doesn't want is some super thirsty dude approaching her, being way too eager, being way too excited to talk to her, because the last time he talked to a hot girl was in the 1900s, and a dude who goes sexual before she's ready to go sexual.
The Unapologetic Man Podcast.
Do you know why guys get labeled as creepy when they approach women? It's because they're getting sexual way too quickly. They are showing too much interest. They are showing too much sexuality, leaning in too much, being so happy it's like all their Christmases have arrived on the same day, laughing at jokes that aren't funny, basically acting like a woman acts when she's attracted. So first and foremost, boys, we have to understand that we do not hit on women until they're attracted to us. We simply go in and give what? That's right, frame and game. And what that means is we are controlling the frame. And if you don't know what frame control is, congratulations, because frame control is literally the most important thing in seduction. And the reason I say congratulations is because that might be the single element you're missing that will make you better with women. So if you don't know what that is, go listen to any and all my episodes with frame control in the title. You will be well taken care of. The next thing we do is what we call game, or what I like to call value. Value is basically entertaining her in the conversation, being interesting, making her laugh, keeping her intrigued, keeping her off what I call her inner balance point, and basically eliciting emotions inside of her. But the most important thing in my framework is, again, we do not hit on girls. We do not show any interest whatsoever beyond interest in the conversation until she's attracted to us. So what I have in my coaching is called the 4 pillars of attraction. For those of you who've been listening for a long time, you know about this, but if you're new, I'm going to go over it briefly. The 4 pillars of attraction are frame control, value, sexual attention, qualifying. Before she's attracted to us, we only do the first 2 pillars of attraction, which are frame control and value. Frame control, yet again, if you don't know what it is, go listen to my episodes. But a very brief explanation is that you are leading the conversation, you are controlling where the conversation is going, and you are taking that little girl under your wing and showing her a good time. The dynamic is basically like, hey, little girl, I got this. Follow along with me. I'm going to show you an awesome time, and I'm going to elicit emotions inside of you, which I know is exactly what you want. Guys, why do you think women go out to nightclubs and get all beautiful? Do you think it's because they can go hang out with their friends and dance to music? Yeah, maybe 25% of the reason is for that. But 75% of the reason, and I know this because I've talked to tons of hot girls and I have hot girlfriends, 75% of the reason is so that they can get checked out by dudes, get attention by dudes, get emotions by guys. Because as I always say, the feminine is externally validated, which means women get their validation from outside themselves. Instagram likes, people checking them out in their day-to-day activities, and or going to nightclubs looking super damn hot so that they can get attention from boys. Well, in that vein of thought, we understand that women get their state. And when I say state, it's like the state they're in from outside themselves. So what they're doing is they're going out to nightclubs hoping that not only a lot of guys will check them out, but that they'll meet a guy who's entertaining, a guy who elicits emotions in them, a guy who makes her feel like she's a little girl again, having a crush on little Jimmy in 3rd grade, and all those butterfly feelings inside her stomach. That's what she wants. What she doesn't want is some super thirsty dude approaching her, being way too eager, being way too excited to talk to her, because the last time he talked to a hot girl was in the 1900s, and a dude who goes sexual before she's ready to go sexual. Now, here's something that gives a lot of guys an aha moment in my coaching. I always say that you are the leader, but you always have to lead women to where they want to be led. And what that means is, in a way, she's actually leading it, because it's up to her attraction when you take her to the next step. So what we basically do is we go in, not caring about what happens. That's a hugely important one. We go in controlling the frame, taking her to where she wants to be led. eliciting emotions inside of her. Then only when she's ready do we go to number 3 and number 4 in the 4 pillars of attraction, which again are sexual tension and qualifying. What's up, brother? Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. To watch the full podcast episode, click here. And before you go, if you're feeling extra generous, please like, comment, subscribe. It really helps me in the algorithm. I'd sincerely appreciate it. Unapologetic Army.